the intangibles. I see Derek Jeter over here standing on the baseline. I mean, everybody is in this building.
I said it earlier. You could be here, you could be there, you could be staying elsewhere, but you'd rather be here tonight.
And Chuck, guess who I saw? I saw my boy Rafael Nogueira.
You saw Rafael Nogueira? Look at Charlamagne, man.
Oh, man, but you know,
come on, man.
Great
John Stewart, come on, man.
But look at what I'm saying. All of these people that you grow up idolizing are rooting against you.
No, they rooting for you. They rooting for you.
If you're the San Antonio Spurs.
No, we ain't worried about them.
No.
This is all about the Knicks, brother. This is all about New York City.
Draymond, what's it coming down here in Game 3 here?
It comes down to the player Victor Wembanyama. Will he be the Wemby that we saw before? And under these circumstances, I think he's going to play incredible because there's no pressure. I think he's been a little tight the last couple games. I think the Wemby we saw in OKC is the Wemby we'll get tonight.
Shaq?
I'm looking for the Knicks to come out, seize the moment, and take it again. When the goal is so close, of course, you can talk about being anxious, but you know what? Forget that. We haven't been here 53 years. I'm going to go take this thing.
I think this is another night. Castle and Vassell, they come unsung heroes in these type of games. They stand big and create a legacy that they haven't had.
And to me, it's all about Karl Anthony Towns. He wins his matchup with Victor or keeps it close, the Knicks are going to win.
We've been waiting all day for this, boys and girls, and the time is just about here. Game 3 of the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks and San Antonio Spurs from the Garden, next on ABC.
Check your socials because there's big news in the sports world. No, it's not a blockbuster trade or a big-name free agent signing. The DraftKings Sports app is now available nationwide. That means no matter where you are, you can get in the game at the speed of sports and feel the sweat in all 50 states. The DraftKings experience you know and love, all in one easy-to-use app. Available now nationwide. New DraftKings customers spend $5 and get $200 in total bonuses. The crown is yours.
Where are my contacts? Maybe you should keep your eyes on the road, Janice. I have to be able to see first flow, take driving very seriously. Yeah, well, that's what Progressive Snapshot is for. Personalized discounts so that safe drivers don't have to pay for bad drivers' mistakes. Are you saying I'm a bad driver? I'm a great driver. Janice! This isn't Mom's house. I have a date. We're celebrating your birthday. Oh, I love that for you.
Oh, you like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a perfect day.
Here you go.
Thank you. Please be Beckham. Please be Beckham. Please be Beckham. Yes. I got me. I got a Beckham.
Collect one of 9 legendary cups with the FIFA World Cup meal.
It's terrifying what happens when car warranties expire. As soon as they do, cars are quitting on the job. It's like they're possessed.
Stop.
Hey, man, you got a little something there. And without protection, even simple repairs could cost you thousands. That's why there's Car Shield. Or don't get Car Shield and maybe get your car an exorcism instead. Someone should help her.
Car Shield. Protection when it counts. What happens?
That was hilarious.
Shaq, your turn.
Hey, what? Do the show the right way.
When Charles, Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie hit morning TV.
Don't make me knock you out on Good Morning America.
Buckle up for this.
Who's going to win the NBA Finals?
Tomorrow morning on
Good Morning America.
Who's got what it takes to be a Dancing with the Stars pro?
I'm gonna be the next pro, baby.
12 of the world's greatest dancers will live together and battle in TV's toughest dance boot camp. Start.
I'm underwhelmed.
Our judges will decide who will go pro
I want to see you fight for it.
or go home.
It was 100% the wrong choice.
Let the fiercest dance battle begin.
This is ESPN on ABC.
The battle for the supremacy of professional basketball, the championship of the world, the NBA crown.
Finals, where dreams do come true. And we're waiting to see who will be the next star to gain Finals fame as we welcome you to New York City and Madison Square Garden, where for the first time in 27 years, a Finals game will be played in this iconic arena. The first two games in San Antonio were thrillers. Game 1, the Knicks with an inspiring comeback. Game 2, Spurs with a spirited comeback of their own. But they fell short, and the Knicks prevailed. Now we have Game 3 in one of the biggest and most anticipated sporting events here in New York in a very long time. And good evening, everyone. Along with Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler, Mike Green on hand, Lisa Salter is with us as well. Tonight is a signature moment for these two great teams. Will the Knicks win their 14th in a row and be one win away from a championship? Or will the Spurs let everyone know this is going to be a long series and they still have a shot? Let's start with the Knicks. They haven't lost a game in 46 days, an absurd statistic. But they're doing it because they're getting contributions everywhere.
And Mike, the Knicks offense hasn't been as dominant in this series as they've been throughout the playoffs, but you still saw a moment in Game 2 when they were at their best. They call this actually spraying the basketball, dribble penetration, and a kick to a 3. Take a look at the shot clock. We're inside 8 seconds, but they're not close to being done. Look at the way they continue to move, force the San Antonio Spurs to chase the basketball. The best part here at the end, Mikal Bridges continues to move without the ball to knock down this corner 3. I cannot tell you how demoralizing this is to a defense when they've expended that much energy for 24 seconds. Look at the balance, and that includes a big night from Landry Shamet off the bench.
Another total team effort from the Knicks. Meanwhile, for the Spurs, Richard, all season long, this terrific, talented team, they've met every challenge. But this is a different challenge. They're coming off a deflating loss, and of course, with what they're facing against the Knicks, this is not going to be an easy task. How do they do it as we have our Domino's pregame HQ?
This game is not about X's and O's. This is a very, very big moment for the Spurs. Down 0-2, you have to double down on what got you here. Watch Victor Wembanyama. He takes his time. The first action isn't there, and he still gets there. Here, he screens it 35 feet and rolls to the front of the rim to put him in a position to succeed, and this is my favorite play. He keeps trailing. He doesn't slow down and gets an and one. Right now, what you need from Victor Wembanyama is a full game, not a half, not 42 minutes. They need a full 48-minute game from Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama has been brilliant all season long. And tonight, in the biggest game of his young career, how does he respond to his rough ending in the final seconds of Game 2? The national anthem, the starting lineups, the opening tip just ahead for Game 3.
The NBA Finals are brought to you by Burger King. You rule. This presentation of the NBA Finals will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Hairbacker is on the move. He cuts inside. He's heading towards the box. He shoots. Goal!
When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Let's switch to T-Mobile in 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
Goal for the win. Look at the determination on his face.
I just flipped the switch. I don't know
nobody else is doing this. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop.
You guys ready? Let's go!
So long, toys.
Oh, boy.
Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. Only in theaters June 19. Rated PG.
Introducing Storm, a new kind of energy. Good energy in, good energy out.
That lets you be you, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $219 a month or get 0.99% APR for 60 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Plussing up your game?
Always. With SoFi Plus, you can get up to $1,000 plus in annual value.
Plus me up, Jason Tatum.
And SoFi Bank's game-changing savings, APY.
A little boost always helps.
Plus exclusive access to live music, NBA games, and sporting events.
I like the way you SoFi. Game over. Join the official bank of the NBA to score 4.5% APY with SoFi Plus. SoFi, get your money right.
Introducing Storm, a new kind of energy. Good energy in, good energy out.
After the NBA Finals, surging airbag thefts in Chicago.
During 2026, the NBA, Madison Square Garden, and the New York Knicks proudly celebrate America's 250th birthday. Through service and volunteerism, we honor the spirit, resilience, and unity that have shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. And now, if you're able, please rise, remove your caps, here to present our nation's colors. Please welcome the FDNY of New York and the NYPD. And now here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and actor, known for his work on Broadway as the Scarecrow in the Wiz, Avery Wilson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights of the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets and the bombs burn, singing every gate through the night, that a flag was still there. Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nothing like a special anthem to get the crowd fired up even more. And right now, let's go back to Knicks PA announcer.
which is starting lineup sponsored by Ford. Here's Mike Wilshevsky.
The starting lineup for the visiting San Antonio Spurs. At forward, at 6'7" from St. John's, number 30, Julian Champagny. At forward, at 6'5" from Florida State, number 24, Devin Vassell. At center, at 7'4" from France, number 1, Victor Wembanyama. At guard, at 6'6" from Connecticut, number 5, Stephon Castle. And at guard, at 6'3" from Kentucky, number 4, De'Aaron Fox. Head coach of the Spurs, Mitch Johnson. From Indiana, number 8, O.G. Anunoby. At forward, at 6'4" from Villanova, number 3, Josh Hart. At guard, at 6'6" from Villanova, number 25, from Villanova, number 11, David Brunson. The head coach of your New York Knicks, Mike Brown. Let's play ball.
Players are ready. The crowd is ready. And right now, let's welcome in for the first time tonight, Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Michael. New York Knicks fans have been starving for a championship, and now they are already starting to taste it. The last time the Knicks won an NBA title was May 10th, 1973. That was 53 years and 29 days ago. A lot of basketball has been played since then, and a lot of players and coaches have all tried to end that championship drought. Almost 70% of the 8.5 million people who live here weren't even born the last time the Knicks were champs, which is why the energy level in this city right now is electrifying. Watch parties are being held in all 5 boroughs. But of course, the most coveted place to be tonight is in this building. Tickets for tonight's Game 3 have been the most expensive in NBA Finals history, with the average ticket selling for more than $7,500, and reports of lower-level seats being resold for as much as $130,000 a pair. The last time the Knicks won a championship, Mike, average ticket prices for the finals here at MSG, around $10.
Thank you, Lisa. You know, it's impossible to measure crowd electricity, but I've been calling games in this arena for 34 years, and this pregame electricity is like none I've ever felt. It is off the charts.
Oh, it is amazing. Just to sit here in Madison Square Garden next to Mike Breen and Tim Legler and able to call a Knicks NBA Finals game, this is special for everyone involved.
Well, the celebs are out, certainly, but the fans, the Knicks fans, the loyal fan base, I've been waiting a long, long time for a night like this in this building.
They're hungry, and they sense it. There's a lot more work to do, and they know they have to be ready tonight.
Meanwhile, once again, our crew chief, Mark Davis, is going to throw it up. Let's get a live listen in for Davis as we're set for the opening tip.
Game 3 underway. Meanwhile, the Knicks fans have not seen their team in person for 18 days, at least the ones that don't travel. Last New York home game was May 21st. Hard to believe. As De'Aaron Fox goes inside, kicks it out. Wembanyama goes right to the rim. Nice pass, deflected. Goes to Castle. Outside Fox, open three. Hampton at the ball, Hart the rebound. Well, Spurs fans have great memories of this arena. As Brunson's first shot comes up short, they clinched their first title here in Game 5 back in 1999.
The first 2 or 3 minutes are always where the adrenaline's pumping. You're trying to calm yourself down. Every bucket feels like it's a game winner the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game.
Fox aggressively. Puts up the hand shot, in and out. Fox had an excellent game, too, after struggling in Game 1. Spurs have been a good road team all season long, including a Game 7 victory in Oklahoma City in the conference finals. And the Knicks turn it over. You can almost feel the nerves of the players on each team.
Yeah, because even for these guys, by MSG standards, it all feels a little different tonight. But I think this is the end of the floor that has let the Spurs down more so than the defensive end. They have got to be better down here, and that's a good way to start right there. The penetration by Fox. Wemby already on the baseline. That's an easy finish.
That's one of the things Mike Brown said before the game. A key for them in terms of Wembanyama and the defense is stopping the lob threats. And the Knicks 2 bad turnovers to start.
Well, this is what we showed in the open. Wemby putting himself in the front of the rim, putting himself in a position. That's one of the things that they're going to have to continue doing all game long.
Brunson trying to stop Castle. Towns helping out as well. Once again inside Wembanyama, and he throws it down. He wanted a foul as well.
You have to love the approach early. That's a couple of screens and dives, and then just staying down there, betting himself in the paint.
Hart to Anunoby, inside, back to Hart. Wemby's presence makes the Knicks hesitate. Bridges, corner 3, shot blocked by Wembanyama. What a start for San Antonio. Fox gets into the paint. Crowd thought he dragged his pivot, but instead, Vassell knocks down the 3, and it's a 7-0 start for San Antonio.
And right now, the Knicks look like the more nervous team, the team that needs to calm down at the start of this game.
Towns fakes. Champagny keeps him in front. Hart left wide open. Connects on a 3. It has been a struggle from three-point range. Just 28% in the playoffs. A big bucket there to get his confidence going.
And hasn't really had looks in this series, you know. Cleveland was willing to lose him. But in this series, Josh Hart just has not had opportunity.
Castle gets inside. Good defense from Bridges, but then Castle stays with the play. Banks at home and a chance for a three-point play.
The common theme here early, guards in the paint for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox has already been in there a couple times. This time, it's Stephon Castle. He's got one-on-one. No one slides in until right at the end, and that's what he's known for. That patient step through, releasing the ball after you've committed defensively.
Mitch Johnson has talked about this young team almost needs to settle into a series each time they switch opponents during the playoffs, and he feels they're starting to settle in. They shot the ball so much better in Game 2 than they did in Game 1. Brunson and Castle. A lot of bumping. Brunson spinning, leans in, falling away, shot, banks it home, high off the glass.
And I love this. We talked about the physicality that Jalen Brunson has faced in the last 2 games, especially on the road. Here, he's coming out and is more aggressive. He's playing with so much more physicality.
And Brunson, Bridges, that is, just picked up his second foul.
Now watch this. And again, even before this moment right here, dropping that shoulder to get a little bit of space. And look at the high arc he is forced to shoot over Wemby, who's the secondary defender.
Well, first substitution, and it's just over 3 minutes in because of the 2 fouls on Bridges. Landry Shamet has been such a spark off the bench, but Bridges has been superb, and he'll have to sit for a while.
Bridges was great in game 2, but Landry Shamet's averaging over 30 minutes a game in this series, so he is used to heavy minutes.
And OG Anunoby forces his first turnover. Excellent hands from Anunoby, and the first turnover for San Antonio. Offensive foul called. Jalen Brunson as Castle, who has done an excellent job playing very physical defense.
this all day.
The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Epic style meets epic capability.
There was a time when Burger King was king.
Spotted at a Burger King in Kalamazoo.
But somehow, somewhere, we just fell off. You called out our restaurant, service, and mistakes. Oh, and this guy. We needed to be better. And I'd know. I'm Tom, the president. So we fired the king and crowned you, reinvesting one restaurant, team, and Whopper at a time. Because there's a new king, and it's you.
I'm going to let you know a little something. There's a store that's actually a club with an amazing selection of items at members-only pricing. In this club, no matter what you're into,
Look, a cardinal!
you're treated like a legend. Oh. Nice one, Alex.
Thanks, Jason.
And when you're a member of this club, you're part of something bigger.
I posted a video on those.
I saw a video on those.
We saw that too.
The value runs deep here. But you know what? The community runs deeper. Come join us. Sam's Club.
Careful up there!
Oh.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
We're almost back. Supposed to be at Pat's for tip-off.
You okay, OG?
I'd like to see you guys hike a mountain at my age. We're almost there.
Howdy, fellas.
Hey, Ted.
I got the game. You got the game? Now where's the rest of the team?
I get them.
Starks, you still on that hike? Alvarado's here.
I brought dip. Homemade. Wish we had some snacks.
You know.
And I found these berries.
Oh, very poisonous. Yeah.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
Disclosure Day is Steven Spielberg's best film in 20 years.
They're coming.
Oh, my God.
Spielberg does this better than anybody. Disclosure Day, rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
What happens?
That was hilarious.
Shaq, your turn.
Hey, do the show the right way.
When Charles, Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie hit morning TV.
Don't make me knock you out on Good Morning America.
Buckle up for this.
Who's going to win the NBA Finals?
Tomorrow morning on
Good Morning America.
Let's take a look at who's ruling the court. Brought to you by Burger King. Victor Wembanyama, after game one, said I was bad tonight. After game two, he said I messed up. I need to have more poise. Here in game three, a perfect start.
It's been outstanding, but we said it in the open, him rolling, getting in the front of the rim, because there the defense has to collapse, because you have to have a body that opens up things for his teammates. Him floating on the perimeter should be in addition to what he does, not the primary.
Keldon Johnson, the NBA Sixth Man of the Year, who has struggled in this series. He's in for the first time. So Johnson and Parker off the bench. Anunoby backs in. Tough ball away. Shot is up and bounces around and drops through.
Designed out of that timeout to get him on the block. Has not had a shot to that point. Had a size advantage. Great patience.
Castle again throws it up. Wemby has it. Towns right with him. Struggles, falls, lost it out of bounds. Second turnover for San Antonio. That ignites the crowd. Alex Harper, also, just a rookie. Superb defensive player already. But what makes the Spurs so tough? The backcourt defense. And then you've got Wembanyama. Shot comes off the screen. Shot clock winding down. Anunoby, corner three. Rebound goes to Harper.
Boy, that's a tremendous contest by Wembanyama out in the corner. Really takes away your vision at the last second for a shooter you're trying to release.
Harper splits the defense, gets to the rim and lays it home. He is unaffected by the big stage.
Oh, he's just an outstanding young player. He's been the one person that's been effective off the Spurs bench.
Brunson fires up a three. Well off, rebound tipped. And tipped right to Castle. Once again, right into Wembanyama. Shamit's guarding him. Stripped. Good hands defensively. Brunson the other way. And Anunoby has it. Spins against Castle and throws it down. Legs, that's
That's the kind of pace the Knicks want.
No doubt. Off turnovers, you're going to try to create numbers because then you've got Wembanyama playing behind the basketball. OG Anunoby knew that. Second time he's taken advantage of his size.
Vassell fires up the three-pointer. That's good. Vassell with his second three-pointer. They're 10 of 13 from the field, and they've hit 3 of 4 from long distance. Another hot start for the Spurs. A lot of post wrestling going on down there as Hart comes up.
Brunson's got to be smart, though. He's already got one foul.
Hart looking, and a foul's going to be called on Keldon Johnson, who expresses shock at the whistle. And it's going to be a side out. Substitutions come in. Deuce McBride will come in for the Knicks. Cornette and Fox returns.
Watch this play. This is what frustrated Brunson. Oh, whoa! That's, excuse me, that should be a flagrant one. I can understand why Brunson, and then Wemby's laughing at it. And Brunson's got to be smart. He can't retaliate because that would be his second foul.
Yeah, he missed it. No question about it.
I was a little surprised. I thought it was a bump. I didn't know it was all that.
Hart to Towns. Again, Johnson. 5 on the 24. Towns holding. Back up. Hart fakes. He's going to have to take another three-pointer. Puts it up. Shot won't go that time. Fox will push the other way.
This is the best purpose and flow that the Spurs offense has had to this point in this series.
Keldon Johnson drives hard, can't get it. Cornette the rebound. Kicks it back out. Vassell to Fox. 6 on the 24. De'Aaron Fox off the ball. Hart comes flying in for the rebound. Hart goes wild pass McBride. Back to Towns. Thought about a three. Good closeout from Cornette. Towns the runner. Gets it to go. Harper goes right at Brunson again. Has that foul. Turns, spins, shoots. Can't get it. Hart rips down another rebound. Looks to push. Hart goes right at the rookie and bangs it home. Timeout San Antonio. Knicks with a mini answer, and they cut it to 7. And some pushing and shoving after the play. Josh Hart, Luke Cornette. Well, it is game 3. These things start to happen as the series goes on.
Josh Hart with the push of the basketball and then gets pushed by Cornette. Not a lot of fun, but look, a lot on the line. You expect emotions to be high.
So what'd you do before the world ended?
Rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky, to rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. Tricky.
Upon review, it has been determined that Jason Hart made illegal contact during the dead ball to Cornette. Therefore, he will be assessed an unsportsmanlike technical foul. Anybody from San Antonio in the game at the time can shoot the free throw and take the ball out on the baseline and run as if any other score.
faci snuza, ti kaxe kera zulhu, hi anzada, shimbi hu crash, erudi dina heshidani, Melissan al-Gai, Melissan al-Gai.
Knicks right now frustrated on this call. Josh Hart went to get the ball. Cornette bumped into him, and then Hart with a push. So Hart gets called for a technical foul. It'll be a one-shot technical, but the Knicks are upset that this was not called.
This was egregious right here in the back of somebody's neck and head. And I get everybody is wrestling, everyone's holding, but that right there is extra. And Brunson, luckily he is poised, he is smart, because if he would have started something, that could have been his second foul.
By the first 8.5 minutes of this game, the officials need to take a look and see what's going on and start to call it tighter.
No doubt. A little bit too much going on off the ball right now. Victor Wembanyama lucky that they didn't catch that. The Hart-Cornette play, I think they got that exactly right. I think Luke Cornette was just trying to get to the ball to take it out of bounds after the layup. Inadvertent contact, retaliation by Hart leads to the technical.
Vassell missing the free throw. Vassell had an excellent game, too. 14 points, 9 boards, 5 assists, didn't have a turnover in 38 minutes. He's so important. Players like Vassell, players like Keldon Johnson off the bench, they're essential for this team.
Critical supplemental offense they need out of those guys. But where would the Knicks be right now without the start by Josh Hart? Couple of threes, rebounding the basketball, coast to coast for a layup as well.
Fox whips a pass in the corner. Harper sets, fires, can't hit. Shamet gets the rebound.
And this is the key moment for the Knicks. Wemby's out the game. You can almost run your natural offense. Get into the paint and attack.
Shamet misses. Harper comes up with a rebound. Harper, another thing he's terrific at, he's an excellent rebounding guard. Fox to Johnson. Drives inside. Shot rattles around and goes in.
He needed that. He needed an aggressive play in the open floor. At first it looked like he took it into too much traffic. They need production from Keldon Johnson off the bench. 6th Man of the Year winner.
Brunson looking for some room. Falls away against Vassell. Can't get it. Cornette tips it nicely. Harper comes up with it. Here's Fox. Shamet trying to fight over a screen, and Fox drills the floater, his first field goal. And the lead is up to 11, largest here in the first quarter. What a response from San Antonio after that crushing loss in game 2. Brunson sneaks inside once again, banks it home. His timing on the release on those make it difficult to block.
Well, and he's left-handed too, so you don't see that as often. Not as many left-handed players, but it's more of that little free throw jumper on the right side. He's not hitting as consistently as he has all season.
Shamet tries to fight through another screen, and Harper throws it down. Dylan Harper once again off the bench.
And
4 points, 3 rebounds.
Another flex, Mike, because he is playing strong, taking it to the rim, and that's been the theme. It's this right here, San Antonio at the rim. Knicks need to do a much better job containing the basketball.
Minute and a half to play here in the first. Anunoby a crossover, goes inside, back shot won't go, but a foul.
And if you told me that a young team, doesn't matter home or away, that they will settle into a series, you see the rookie Harper, he doesn't care who's in front of him. First team, second team, all defense, anybody can get it.
And you know, RJ, the last possession, Mitchell Robinson was in a drop, and De'Aaron Fox walked into a little pull-up jumper. That time he got up on Cornette, and that's why that passing angle was there for Harper.
Anunoby with those 3 clutch free throws in game 2. It's that one. Wemby comes back in with Champagny. Well, the New York Knicks and San Antonio Spurs helping make the 2026 NBA Finals unforgettable for young fans, combining to donate more than 1,000 tickets so that some undeserved youth and families in New York City and San Antonio can attend the NBA Finals.
Did you say Utes?
Utes.
The 2 Utes?
Well, Knicks outscored them when Wembanyama sat on the bench 8-6, but they still trail by 9. Champagny. Wemby had that great start, crossover on Robinson. Champagny lets it fly. That's good. Champagny returning home. Bishop Loughlin High School from Brooklyn. And he makes the lead a dozen.
His first look. Brunson just drifted a little too far. Champagne's got nice length to get that one off as Brunson recovered.
Brunson against Harper, one-on-one. Spins, leans, flips it up, shot won't go. Robinson the rebound, shot blocked from behind by Champagnie. Fox though fell out of bounds. There's 2.5 to shoot. Again, the Spurs, the physical defense causing all sorts of problems.
Brunson has spent some time down in that post area on the right side of the floor. He's so used to getting guys to back up with his shoulder. No luck on that one.
Robinson inside, draws the foul.
You also have to give credit to Harper. 2 different times he's got him in that position, and Harper is disciplined to stay down on that pump fake. He's not jumping for that, or that would be an automatic foul.
Mitchell Robinson, you see the free throw struggles. He was 3 for 6 in game 2. That's the first foul on Wembanyama. Robinson had 2 key contests on Wemby late in game 2. Such a spectacular defensive player. This is where he struggles, but he did hit a few the other night. That one bounces around and drops in. By the way, the brace on his right hand where he has the broken bone, it looks a little smaller than the one he had in game 2.
Loudest cheer so far for the Knicks as that bounces in. You got to watch OG Anunoby. He's one of the most physical offensive rebounders on free throws that we have in this league. If he can push Champagnie under, it could be a problem for the Spurs.
Robinson misses the second. Wemby with a rebound. A strong response from the Spurs here in the first quarter. Wemby, three-pointer, off the mark. Anunoby the rebound. About a 7-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Champagnie now picks up Brunson. Brunson 2 for 6 from the field here in the opening quarter. He has not shot well so far in the finals until the fourth quarter. Baseline jumper, that won't go. Wembanyama has it, still plenty of time. Wemby looking, crossover, goes right at Robinson inside, lost it. And the first quarter comes to an end. But San Antonio down 0-2 in the series, goes on the road. And they've got an 11-point lead, 60% shooting, 11 assists, and once again some stifling defense. First quarter complete here at the Garden. An 11-point lead for the Spurs.
Here to celebrate the 2026 NBA Finals in the greatest city in the world, from Hamilton on Broadway, performing as the Schuyler Sisters. Please welcome Jen Sese, Lauren Maria Suse, and Aaron Ramirez.
I've been reading common sense. I'ma compel them to include women in the sequel. Work! Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. 'Cause I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. Behold these truths to be
Give it up for the cast of Hamilton on Broadway.
Fence again, gets to the rim, puts it in, and a foul. Wow! Jeremy Lin does it again. Again, the crossover, the basket, puts it up, puts it in. Brown wants him, puts up the two-pointer, puts it in. Jeremy Lin with 31. Lin for three. Bang!
Once a Nick, always a Nick, Jeremy Lin.
It's time for tonight's Access, brought to you by Visible by Verizon. Stephon, an 11-point lead after one quarter, and essentially a must-win game for you guys. Just what's feeling good so far?
I think our defense is connected right now. It's loud in here, but, we're communicating, we're rotating, and we're limiting them to one shot.
Offensively, you guys have been very deliberate about looking for Victor early. Why will it be so important to keep that going?
I just think he's our engine for our offense. He creates advantages for us, especially when he touches the paint. So he kind of just opens everything up for us and lets us play free.
All right, thanks, Stephon. Mike.
All right, Lise. Carter Bryant's first shot of the night. Drills a three from the corner. The other precocious rookie for San Antonio.
Bench's big story to this point. Knicks bench has outplayed the Spurs bench, and it's not really been close. And that was supposed to be a strength for the Spurs coming in, so that's a big bucket.
Alvarado had that nice floater to start. Shot clock at 6. Castle guarding him. Alvarado continues. Ball deflected. Shamit's going to force a three. Blocked by Bryant. Picked up by Castle. Castle to Bryant. Spins. Well defended that time for Alvarado. Wemby. Good hands there from Towns. Shot clock winding down. Champagnie way off. Good boxing out from Shamit. A 12-point lead for the Spurs. Alvarado. Anunoby goes inside. McBride fires away. Can't hit the three. And a loose ball foul call on Bryant as Towns goes crashing to the floor. Yeah, this is the third straight game the Spurs had the lead after the first quarter. Game 1, they were up 8. Game 2, 9. And led by 11 after the first quarter here, now by a dozen.
Well, and Carter Bryant didn't have a choice really on that one. He was not going to beat Towns to the spot. Probably would have been an offensive rebound and a cleanout for Karl Anthony Towns. It's not a bad foul right there at all, particularly when you know you're not going to get a lot of minutes. You can use them up for Carter Bryant.
Jordan Clarkson checks in. Mike Brown has used his bench and used it beautifully. They have been having an impact night in and night out during this playoff run. Towns only taken one shot so far. He hit that, goes inside. Anunoby, a contested three, and a whistle and a foul. Castle will be called for his first.
Yeah, he definitely closed out. He put that right hand, believe it was one of those hands. He put it right on the hip on the closeout. You're going to see right there as it goes up. He hits OG Anunoby in his midsection. He's in great position to contest it, and he just got a little over aggressive with that other hand.
And it's a 3-shot foul. Anunoby from the free throw line again. One of the Knicks who shoot very well from the line, 87% during the playoffs. Tonight's upcoming NBA Finals schedule brought to you by Mazda. Wednesday right back here on ABC for Game 4. And again, a tip-off shortly after 8:30. And then Saturday, Knicks and Spurs back in San Antonio, if necessary. And again, an 8:30 Eastern Time start. OG Anunoby, who has a ring with the Raptors in 2019, played very well during the regular season, but he didn't play a minute in the playoffs. Had emergency appendectomy in April. He said he was so disappointed, but he was so close to his teammates. He said he was obviously happy for them, and he learned from them, especially guys like Kawhi Leonard and Pascal Siakam, on how to play in the postseason.
Well, again, you look back on history, how talented Pascal Siakam ends up being an all-NBA player. They had so much talent that for a young player to be able to be there and watch is so important.
Shamit reaches in, and Shamit agrees with the foul. First person in the building to agree with the foul call here tonight.
When they're that obvious, I think you have to raise your hand.
That's not true. That's not true.
You can see right here, this is a great spin by Castle. Nice job by Shamet cutting him off, but that's why I think that spin, RJ, that close to the paint is a necessity for any guard in this league. When you're cut off on penetration, it's a counter.
Well, really, it's because you get the best defenders out there. So they're going to take away your first move. That spin puts them in a difficult spot.
Bridges, who had those 2 quick fouls and only played the first 3 minutes, he comes back in. Shamet sits. Castle, a good start. Castle was said after game 2, if we play the way we normally play, there's no way we don't win the series. They're a young team, but they're a very confident team. Mitch Johnson says it's appropriate arrogance. He said they feel that they're much better than people can expect from them, and they've shown that throughout the season.
But the message Richard had to be to them, listen, game 1, we got the message Richard had to be to them, listen, game 1, we got a 1-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Game 2, we've got a tie game with the ball with 12 seconds to go.
Alvarado wanted to use Towns. Little miscommunication. Pulls up, jump shot, got it. Guarded by Wemby. A whistle and a foul. How about Jose Alvarado talking about fearless? The New York City product with another bucket.
And I think that there was a foul off the ball. And again, Alvarado, it's the stop and start. I watched it from Kyrie Irving for multiple years. It doesn't matter how big the player is that's guarding you. If you can get them moving back and you have that quick stop and start, that's a beautiful shot from Alvarado.
So the foul again away from the ball was on Carter Bryant. That's 2 quick fouls on him. So Towns will shoot 1 free throw.
And the second time he's gotten mixed up with Towns on the offensive glass. And Carter Bryant doing everything he can to try to keep Karl Anthony Towns from getting position.
Towns knocking down the free throw. Knicks have taken 10 free throws. Hit 8 of them. And it's back to an 8-point game. Still early second. Castle searching for some room. Gets inside easily. Beautiful move. A little burst of speed. Castle now 4 for 4. He's got 11 points. Towns spins against Castle. Hands off Anunoby. Bryant right up into him. Anunoby in the corner. Clarkson launches a 3 and nails it. Right off the bench, his first shot.
And the last thing the Spurs need is another player from the New York Knicks bench to get going. That's what Jordan Clarkson does. He's a quick scorer.
That's his first points of the finals. Castle lines up that 3-pointer, can't get it. Anunoby the rebound. Clarkson only played one of the first 2 games, only 6 minutes. But an early call off the bench here tonight. Fox on Towns, drives inside, forces up the shot and knocks it down. He thought there was contact as well, and the Knicks had suddenly cut it to 5.
That's a smart play by Karl Anthony Towns. He did not just barrel into Fox and commit an offensive foul. He stopped and used his touch over the top.
Castle stripped by Towns, picked up by Bridges. Ball deflected by Anunoby. He's going to try a 3-pointer. Got it!
Now time to play a classic game of tic-tac-toe with the next twist. Presented by Experience Abu Dhabi. Let's meet tonight's contestants playing the X's. Derek from section 415. O's Henry from 110. In order to place their game pieces on the tic-tac-toe board at center court, they first must make a layup. Whoever gets 3 straight X's or 3 straight O's on the board in 1 minute or less is our winner. Let's get a minute on the clock. It's there now, all right? Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! And Henry first on the board with an O. Here comes Derek. Henry using that speed to get back to the board. He's got 2 O's on it. Derek with the block. Back to Henry. He's thinking he's got that one. Once again, Derek. Uh-oh, we're coming down to the wire here. All right, looks like we're at a stalemate known as a cat's cradle. So whoever has the most pieces on the board is a winner, which means Henry with the 5 O's on the board. You are going home with $2,500. But once again, Derek, you're not going home empty-handed. You get $1,000. Thanks for playing Knicks Tic-Tac-Toe, presented by Experience Abu Dhabi.
Tonight, President Donald Trump becomes the first sitting United States president to attend an NBA Finals game. Longtime Knicks fan, certainly liked what he saw here.
This is a great run by the Knicks right here, erasing this deficit. Jordan Clarkson hasn't really been involved offensively. Steps in with confidence. I mentioned this one. That's a smart play, stopping where he did. But then this is a mistake on this last one. In the open floor, look at San Antonio getting back. Victor Wembanyama goes with Alvarado, and Carter Bryant runs right past OG Anunoby, leaves him for a wide open 3 to cap off that run.
Well, there are watch parties all across the tri-state area, and certainly in the 5 boroughs, Central Park and Manhattan, they are everywhere. Knicks fever has really swept New York City, and right now, Knicks on a nice run. They've scored the last 8 after the Spurs built that 12-point lead. Hart back in the game. And a whistle call against Karl Anthony Towns on his post defense on Wembanyama.
And it started really further off the ball as Victor Wembanyama was trying to get just free of Karl Anthony Towns to make that cut. You can see right here, he's already got him gripped up before he makes the cut. I think if he releases right there, he gets away with it, but then he grabbed him again on the other side of the lane.
That looks like what's been going on all series for both teams.
Towns does a nice job defensively there. Wembanyama shot rolls around and falls out. Hart with his 5th rebound. Alvarado gets in the paint. Bridges. Towns turns, shoots, rattles in and out, won't go. Rebound, Wembanyama.
And they
rebound of traffic.
And they do a good job of keeping Wemby as the low man. It doesn't matter who the offensive player is.
Castle banks it home. Tough shot from Castle, gets to the rim. And Castle having a superb game. He's got 13 points in 12 minutes.
Not a lot of guys are as patient when they get downhill as Stephon Castle. He never rushes it. Great balance. One more step through and he clears himself for an easy one.
It's so strong as Alvarado fires up a 3-pointer. And Bridges is fouled by Harper. That's going to be the 14th foul with 6:48 to play here in the second.
Legs, you mentioned it. Whether it's Castle or Harper, but watch this. He takes his time, the slow step, but also the strength to be on that, almost a hop onto one leg and the ability to explode through it.
An excellent start from Castle. who said he was thinking a little too much, has not been efficient on offense so far in these finals. He's been terrific back in a place where he played a lot of college games in the UConn year. Won the national championship. Now Mitchell Robinson, Towns gets in and lays it up and in. They were going to put Mitchell Robinson in, but because they had 14 fouls, Mike Brown said no.
And as soon as Wemby left the court, Karl Anthony Towns had one thing on his mind when he got that ISO with Luke Cornett. He was going to the rim.
Castle fights over the screen. Clarkson lost it momentarily. Somehow holds on. Deflected out of bounds. Still going to be Nick Ball. The difference when Wembanyama's on the court in the first 2 games, the Knicks shoot 38%. When he's off the court, 56%.
We've talked about it, the spacing and cutting that is available to them, and they get back into their natural flow that they have established throughout the entire postseason.
So now they're putting Josh Hart. They put Josh Hart on the offside, and he's just got to make that play right there.
Cornett, good heads up. And the turnover number 5 for the Knicks. Spurs have 3. Castle again gets in the paint. Back out Harper. Good clean look. 3-pointer in and out. Towns trying to hold on, but knocks it out of bounds. Well, Spurs get a new 14 on the shot clock.
What they started doing is putting a small on Karl Anthony Towns, so then Luke Cornett is not the primary defender, but he can come over and help.
Clarkson takes it away from Vassell and then throws it away. Castle with Hart. Towns trying to help. Fouls him, banks it home. Stephon Castle with a chance for a 3-point play. He's got 15 points already.
That's a tough one there for the Knicks in the backcourt. Great defensive play here to get this strip. Jordan Clarkson with the steal, and that's just careless. You've got to be a little bit more careful with the ball in your backcourt. Castle lingering, picks it up, and I know we've said it now many times, but even there, the patience to not take that up the first time. Make sure you're unbalanced, the pump fake, effective, plays through it for an and one.
Towns' his second foul, so the Knicks go with a small lineup. Anunoby, Bridges, Clarkson, Hart, and Brunson. Spurs back up 5, just past the midway point second. Brunson goes right at Cornett. Righty shot, he banks it in. How did he do that? Here comes Champagnie. Harper inside, lays it up and in. This kid is phenomenal.
He is, and Mikal Bridges, who's a very good defender, goes for that steal and just leaves a little bit of an angle there for Harper.
And Clarkson comes back. Well, with the team smaller, Wembanyama on the bench, everybody going to the rim now.
Yeah, their eyes are lighting up now. If they can just get past their initial defender, they know they've got a great chance to get all the way to the rim, but San Antonio continues to attack.
And Stephon Castle cannot be stopped right now. 18 points. He's 7 of 8 from the field.
And Stephon Castle doing so much. Takes that little dribble inside. Probably missed the foul right there. But number 5 for the San Antonio Spurs has them up by 5 right now.
Two years. In 2001, John was wounded while working as an undercover detective in Queens. Despite being injured, he demonstrated remarkable courage and saved the life of a civilian who was present at the scene. He was awarded the Combat Cross in 2017. John quickly rose through the NYPD ranks and after 4 decades of service, retired as a sergeant. Knicks fans, please join us in welcoming Sergeant John Asa, joined by his son John, daughter Caitlin, and wife Kathy. And here to present Sergeant Asa with a custom Knicks jersey is Knicks alum Latrell Sprewell. Knicks fans, join us in saluting Sergeant Asa for his bravery and service to our city.
Loses to Frazier. He
He's ahead of the field. He's down the lane. Scoops and hits. The New York Knicks are the world champions.
Here to present the Bob Cousy Trophy to the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks are two Knicks legends, two-time champion and Hall of Famer Walt Clyde Frazier, and Hall of Famer and Knicks all-time leading scorer Patrick Ewing.
Fans, once a Knick, always a Knick. Welcome Knicks legend Walt Clyde Frazier and Patrick Ewing. And fans, stay in your seats for a performance from a special surprise guest coming up next.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
Then it's now time for the complimentary seat upgrade.
New tonight, Jimmy Kimmel Live welcomes the iconic Tom Hanks plus actor, writer, and comedian Eric Andre. Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC. All right, time to look at who's getting buckets. Brought to you by KFC Legs.
Well, it's these short bursts when Wemby goes out of the game, and it does not take long for the Knicks to recognize it. Right here, Karl Anthony Towns knows he's got the first step advantage on Luke Cornett. Now for Brunson, this is an incredibly difficult shot, but his mind is free to go in there without Wemby on the court. One more time, Jordan Clarkson turning the corner, and there's no weak side help back there. And now you see Victor Wembanyama on the floor to try to stop some of that.
But still a very small Knick lineup. And Anunoby, the tallest Knick out there. Champagnie picks up Brunson. Anunoby, he's the Knicks' leading scorer. He's got 12 already. Kicks it out hard. Hard on the drive. Deflected, but finds its way to Clarkson. Back in the corner. Shot clock winding down. Anunoby, step back, three-pointer. It's good. OG Anunoby's got 15.
That jab step in the corner is lethal for OG Anunoby. So good at creating space.
Harper gets away from Brunson. He drives inside. Blocked by Anunoby. He has become a special two-way player this year.
And again, it's not just the defense. It's the ability to go up and block a shot without fouling.
Champagnie comes up short. Hart the rebound, looks to push. Excellent transition defense from the Spurs. Brunson, long three-pointer, puts it in, and the Knicks take the lead. First lead of the night after trailing by 12. Wemby thought about a floater. Champagnie back to him. He steps back. He tries a three. Knocks that one down. First three-pointer from Wemby. He's got 12 points.
Well, Brunson first gets the clean look on one end, and that's a nice job by Wembanyama relocating and staying on balance for that second touch and a clean look.
Brunson telling Clarkson to go through. Now waiting for a screen. Uses Anunoby. Good help there from Champagnie. Shot clock at 4. Brunson on the drive, sneaks inside, flips it up, shot won't go. Harper had it, lost it. Last touch by Hart. Castle's going to return for the Spurs.
Jalen Brunson has not had too many opportunities to just stand there toe one up with that kind of time. Victor Wembanyama, a little casual getting out there.
There's some New York sports royalty.
And I like this out of Victor Wembanyama. He gave it up once, and he saw there was a pocket there. He could just relocate back up and get that one to go.
Box and Castle back in. Alley-oop to Wembanyama, and easily throws it down. An indefensible play.
How do you game plan against that, Legs?
Well, you know, especially when you have a bunch of wings and guards on the floor. No size, as Mike pointed out. That's why Victor Wembanyama knew he could just roll to the rim, throw it as high as you want.
Good hands, another deflection, and another Knick turnover. They've got 7. Behind the back pass, Harper left wide open. Can't get that to fall. And a loose ball foul is going to go against the Spurs as Brunson is down.
Brunson will shake it up. And Brunson usually one of those players that bounces right back up. Hard to tell, is he holding his back? Crowd just saw the replay. Rick Brunson, dad and assistant coach, wants him to look at it, and officials are going to look at it.
And honestly, this is probably the second play that they need to look at. This is a good box out, but that, you put your body on the line, you know what's at stake here.
We will review this foul to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Well, clearly an offensive foul. The impact and the follow-through could sometimes lead to the flagrant.
Not sure if that's going to be a flagrant foul. I mean, it's definitely a foul running right through Brunson as he's squaring him up on that box out.
Either way, it's Castle's second foul. Mark Davis in his 28th year, the crew chief on the right. John Goebel in his 19th year on the left. And Curtis Blair in his 18th season. First finals game for Curtis Blair. That's a huge deal for an NBA ref. Congratulations to Curtis. Here's Mark Davis.
Upon review, it's been determined that there was no unnecessary contact and none of the criteria of a flagrant foul present themselves, as there is no windup with the speed, no impact, and no follow-through. This is a common foul. There's a penalty for 2 shots.
Thoughts?
I agree with it. I didn't see the wind-up myself either. I think
the wind-up is the speed up to run through the hole like he's a running back. There was no avoiding. He wasn't trying to navigate. He decided to run through the defensive player.
To me, that's the same as drawing an offensive foul on a ball handler, though. It doesn't necessarily rise to a flagrant, is what I'm saying.
Well, I 100% disagree with you, Legs. Not a small percentage. I just think, not a small percentage, 100% I disagree with you.
And the officials agreed with me, I believe.
And that makes you sleep at night.
It's kind of,
the officials agreeing with you. As a former player.
Here's what's crazy to me. I'm marveling at you because you didn't even give an opinion until after they said it wasn't going to be a flagrant foul, and you still were wrong.
Well, that's true. I agree with you. I've been wrong multiple times.
Well, they're in the penalty, so it is free throws. Brunson now with 11 points. Brunson in the first 2 games of this series shooting just 34% from the field, 23%. But in the fourth quarter, of course, he was the hero in game 1 and hit a huge shot in the final minute in game 2. Hearing MVP chants. He's been hearing them for the last several years. Knocks down both. It's back to 2.
And we're so used to seeing him be so efficient from the field. It hasn't been there yet in this series, but it feels like he's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm here as we wind down the second quarter.
Towns knocks it away, the steal. And Anunoby has it poked away. Hart right there to pick it up, gets inside, lays it up and in. Hart's got 10 points. In the first 2 games, he had 3 total points.
The old adage, the role players step up at home. Josh Hart has had amazing stat lines, but this is the first time that he's really impacted the game from the scoring side.
Wembanyama to Fox. Fox searching, pulls back, jump shots up, and that's good. Aaron Fox's second field goal.
Yeah, the Knicks right now, 25 points between Anunoby and Hart. In a game like this, to get that type of production in the first half, critical for the Knicks.
Brunson back up top. They swing it. Anunoby. Wemby closes. Anunoby with the slam. A thunderous jam from OG Anunoby, and it's tied again.
Like deja vu from game 2. It's the exact same play on the closeout by Wemby. Anunoby eats up that space and then uses his power at the rim.
Castle looking. Wemby calling for it. Spins, leans, bank shot. Can't get it, but a foul. It's going to be Anunoby and his second personal.
And RJ, we talked about not backing up on a jab step. Wemby certainly does it right there, but Anunoby just saw him overextended at that point. He knows he is not going to be able to recover from that distance when his weight was going forward to that extent.
He has become, again, such an offensive force. Meanwhile, Wembanyama, strong start here to game 3. Spurs back up by 1.
Here it is. This is game 2. It's almost the same play, except on that one, he had to hesitate, bump him to keep Wemby from being able to jump. He had him beat a little bit more cleanly tonight.
But as a slasher, give me that guy on my hip versus him coming over weak side where I'm looking at him. I'm more confident of a drive when I know where he is or he's on my side versus looking for him as I'm attacking.
Minute and a half to go here in the second. Towns castles on him. Wemby comes to help. There's a double team. Kicks it out Hart to Brunson. Fakes. Drives Brunson back up top to Hart. Hart's going to try another three. Got it! Josh Hart has suddenly come alive from downtown. He's got 13 points with 3 3-pointers.
That's all nerve and will on the part of Josh Hart to step up like this with his 3-point shooting.
Castle drives, Castle spins, flips it up, wild shot won't go. There comes Hart. Back to Brunson. They kick it out in the corner. Anunoby on the drive against Wemby. Back up top, Brunson, long 3-pointer. Bang! For Brunson, 5-point lead. It's a 17-point turnaround. Fox on the drive, falling away, puts it up, can't get it. Towns the rebound.
All right, one possession if you're the Knicks. Take this momentum into the second half.
Brunson drives on Castle, who's done such an excellent job on him so far in the first couple of games. Brunson drives again, goes inside, stops, leans, pass to Towns, layup, and it's stuck. So it'll be a jump ball unless they call the foul. Couldn't hear a whistle.
How was that not a foul?
I believe they are calling it.
Okay. It was so loud in here you couldn't hear a whistle.
So Towns will shoot free throws.
It's a great up fake. He gets both Fox and Wemby to bite. And there you see De'Aaron Fox with that slap across his wrist.
Fox's first foul. Towns 7 points and 4 boards. You see the numbers. First couple of games outplayed Victor Wembanyama. And has done an excellent job changing kind of who he is. Become a playmaker and excellent defense. Oh, halftime presented by Kia. They are here at Madison Square Garden. Great to have Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, Charles, and Draymond Green joining the crew.
They got Draymond Green up there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. And Charles just getting real friendly with Ernie.
They know who the boss is.
They know who the boss is. They know who's running the show.
Knicks, meanwhile, have taken, this will be their 14th free throw of the first half. Spurs have taken 8. And once again, it's been a very physical game. Jeremy Sohan's in for defense on the final as Towns knocks it down, the former Spur. Knicks with 42 points here in the second quarter. Fox to Wemby. Wemby drives on Towns, gets inside, stops, turns, falling away, short. And the first half comes to an end. Knicks on a 10-1 run and outscore them by 18 here in the second period. San Antonio's 12-point lead is gone. 2 quarters complete, a 7-point Knick lead. Time for the deep dive with AI mode and Google search. 15 for Wembanyama, 15 for Brunson. 7-point lead for the home team.
Let's dive deeper on defense with AI mode and Google search and break down when a team would use a switch everything defense and what kind of players they need to pull it off. A switch everything defense is the primary counter to three-point explosions, as it keeps a body on shooters at all times, even through multiple off-ball screens. Defensive players are swapping who they defend after every screen. It erases the ball handler's ability to get a clean look or clear a lane to the basket. The switches disrupt the offense's flow, forcing them to stop their intended play and create a shot from scratch. The backbone of this defense consists of players between 6'6" and 6'9" with long wingspans.
Game 2 is in the books. Let's make this one cook. It's your NBA.com top 5 at number 5. Josh Hart goes down low to Karl Anthony Towns in a crowd, and somehow he finds Mikal Bridges open in the corner for the three. He's all alone and free, knocking that one down to get in at number 5 for the New York Knicks. On to number 4, where we always get up off the floor. And Dylan Harper thought he was free, but he didn't see that dude named OG. OG Anunoby swatting that shot. Beautifully done as defense gets into the countdown at number 4. At number 3, OG is back, and old man strength beats alien length as he goes right up on Wembanyama and gets the stuff on his noggin. That one in at number 3. Up to number 2, and oh mama, it's Wembanyama tracking back and smacking that shot. There's the Wembanyama we know as he gets in with a little defense at number 2, but at number 1, it's Karl Anthony Towns throwing down as he sort of skates by Wembanyama and goes flying along the baseline as the New York Knicks landed at number 1 on NBA.com. Come on.
Believe it, Knicks fans. The New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. They haven't lost in a month. The point differential. They're not only winning, they're winning big. The point differential in the last 9 games, the best in NBA history. 11-2 in the playoffs, and their 2 losses were each by 1 point.
Masterclass in playoff basketball by the New York Knicks.
This place means a lot to me. We're still writing your story. It's a really cool feeling. It's something I said that I will always think is one of the coolest things in the world when Knicks fans in the opposing arenas.
Shout out, Knicks fans. You guys were freaking awesome tonight.
Bedlam here. Well, in the first half of this game, this play is dirty. Will be pivotal. It has been so far. Because after that happened, it touched off a New York run that has the Knicks on top of the Spurs 64-57 after 24 minutes. And it's NBA halftime presented by Kia from Madison Square Garden here in New York. Ernie Johnson, Draymond Green, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. When that happened, you looked at it, it was a 4-point game.
I said,
Spurs on top.
I said, this is the turning point in the game. I said, Ernie, that's the turning point. They had a 4-point lead. I said, there's 2 things about this play. Number 1, you got the lead and the ball. There's no need for it. But you know what really pissed me off about the play, Ernie? And Dre, Shaq, and Kenny knows this. You have to know who you can intimidate on other teams. You're just going to piss Brunson off. Like, Shaq and Kenny and Dre, we know who's soft on other teams. You're not going to intimidate Mr. Brunson. You're just wasting fouls, giving them momentum.
A wise man once said, let a sleeping dog lie.
That's right.
Who was that wise man?
There's a bunch of them.
Halftime highlight presented by Kia. Look, this is a familiar script in this series. Hot start for the San Antonio Spurs, and then the Knicks reeling them in. They had a 42-point second quarter, which is the highest quarter in their finals history. 42.
Look at the field goal percentage. Damn.
Yeah, this is a really high level game played on both ends of the court. For me, initially I was going to run to the board if I did with Castle.
Watch that first step.
Yeah, first step is a doozy.
Run to the board, please.
Yes, please do it. Exactly. However, at the start of the game, I said, this is a game where someone has to emerge and do something different other than Brunson or Wembanyama. It was Castle early, and he was really impressive. But for the New York Knicks, it was Jason Hart. He did something. Josh Hart, with something that was uncharacteristic of something he had not been doing. And he had not been scoring the ball. He had been affecting the game, but not from the scoring. So today, Josh Hart is the X factor and the catalyst.
3 points in the first 2 games, 13 in the first half of this one, and OG Anunoby's been a man too.
OG Anunoby's been huge. You know what OG looks like tonight? He looked like the guy that went out before injury. Because before he went out with injury, he was one of the best players on their team. And you look tonight, you know, he's shooting the ball well, taking advantage of mismatches. He's the one guy who has a size advantage over just about anyone who's going to guard him outside of Wemby. And then he always gets it done defensively and make huge energy plays. This was a huge three. This was when they took their first lead. And right here, this is the second game in a row. He takes Wemby, puts him on his hip, and dunks the basketball. And to me, that's a mentality thing. I always talk about guys in series swinging the series like Kenny's been talking about. And right now, OG Anunoby is swinging this series for the New York Knicks.
17 in the first half to support Brunson's 15 and 9 by Cat. Meantime, Wemby's got 15. He's 6 out of 10 from the floor. What caught your eye in the first half?
Listen, I love that he's playing with energy, enthusiasm, and effort. They got out to a great start. They didn't keep that lead. But listen, this is what you want to see for your big man. I like that move right there. You got to let those little munchkins. This is what you want to see for your big man. I like that move right there. You got to let those little munchkins know. Hey,
come on, man. You can't do that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Get your little ass off. Yes, you can.
No, you can't do that.
Ernie, listen to me.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
From a guy that's won multiple championships, some people want to win by tactics. Some people want to win by killing you.
You don't probably play
you
dirty.
keep doing it. That ain't no dirty play. Get your little ass out the way.
No, you don't.
I'm not winning by tactics, Ernie. I'm busting your ass.
Thank you, Wemby. You can't go out there doing that.
Yes, you can. He did it. He did it.
And you know what Wemby gonna do?
He
Get his ass swept by Wednesday night.
That's all right, though. You play with heart and you play with energy.
Yeah, I wish the Knicks would get the ball to Karl-Anthony Towns a little bit more. He scored pretty much every time he's touched it. But listen, man, I told you tonight, this series is a wrap.
Think it's a wrap.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're down 5 going into halftime.
Down 5. Down 6.
Down 7.
Down 7.
Down 7.
Oh,
this think it's over.
I think it's over.
Wow.
Bet it. I'll put my house against your little house.
Shaq don't have a little house.
Well, my house bigger than yours.
Okay. It was a 14-3 run to close out the first half that has the New York Knicks up 7, looking for a 3-0 lead. We've been competing with Cardi B here.
We lost.
Hey, I don't know if those B's, that might be Cardi D's.
I sure am. New love indeed.
I'm pretty sure those are B's.
I don't know who said that,
Chuck,
but I know it wasn't me.
Chuck, you let her name. You can't have that me. Can't have that told you to.
She got the wrong initials.
Mitchell Robinson's great. I ain't got no words. That's a hardwood classic. We can't be giving up leads like that, but NBA fans got to show tonight. That was something that's made on Broadway only.
It was great, man. Keep it going. You got to keep playing desperate.
We got to win. I don't care. So that matters is a win.
We did what we were supposed to do. Come here, take 2 now. Let's go protect home. Let's go protect the crib.
And in the finals, it's a blessing, bro. 27 years, just not getting here, then we'll continue to fight and try to get it done.
We're tied at 97 at 14-0 run. Bedlam here at the Spross Bank Center.
All right, here we go. Now we got official flex time.
Fox splits the defense, almost falls down, and the alley-oop to Wembanyama. Bridges inside, Brunson flips it up and in off the glass. And the Knicks back up by 3. Harper attacks the rim. Wemby inside, layup is good. And the foul, and the Spurs reclaim the lead. Brunson on the drive, stops, falling away, it's up, it's good! Jalen Brunson, another clutch shot, we're tied again. 1 second remaining. Stolen by Brunson, knocked down by Wemby. Brunson will shoot free throws with 9.5 remaining. San Antonio with a chance to win it. Fox to Wembanyama, pulls up, jumper, won't go, rebound taken by Vassell, it's over. The Knicks survive 13 straight victories, and they lead 2-0 here in these NBA Finals. And one of the great playoff runs in the history of the NBA continues.
But this defense is elite for San Antonio.
Holmgren to the basket. He blocked them. Vassell said no.
defense. Active hands, moving feet, switching.
Live from the NBA Finals, NBA Halftime is presented by Kia. Movement that inspires.
Believe in yourself, baby. Come on, guys. Come on. Hey, watch the flare. Watch the flare. Come on, come on. Keep coming. Square, OG, square. Square. What we got? What we got?
Every rebound. We got this, bro.
He drives. Right back out. Bridges corner three is good.
Hey!
Brunson pulls up three-pointer. Knocks it down.
Come on, baby. Talk to him. There you go, baby. Come on, keep going. Don't let up. I ain't doing that, brother. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Rebound tip. Bridges keeps it alive. McBride drives a three. It's good. Deuce McBride with the three-pointer.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on.
At the end of the day, you got to push through and make it happen. We're so lucky. We got this chance to do it and not wasting this opportunity.
It feels great, man. That's another stepping stone to the ultimate goal. It's going to be the 7 most important games of our lives. We're ready for it.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. What an amazing feeling, man, to do this with my brothers. Go Spurs, go.
That's surreal, man. Surreal. Been through this journey for a minute now, and 4 more wins, we NBA champions. It feels surreal.
Tired. Exhausted. Happy.
Our young guys understood it. We had a chance to take it, and we took it. Now we got 4 more.
I'm about to go play in the Garden. That is like second to none. So, I mean, that's what I'm always looking forward to. It's my redemption.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I got Bryant.
Yeah.
Come on. Just play with me. Just play with me. What's up? When you bought it, yeah. Once you get it down, just play with me.
Well, the battery on his mic's not going to run out because he doesn't say much. He is quiet and chill off the court, but a demon on. As the Knicks fans watching him score 17 points in the first half. Watch parties throughout the tri-state area and in the boroughs here of New York City, and of course the fans, including the celebs here courtside. Knicks were down 12 and now lead by 7 as we get set to start the third quarter.
Why are they so hungry? Well, it's been 53 years since the title. A couple of near misses, but they've endured a lot of losing seasons, so the hunger from the fans is there. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, a great start, went up by 12 once again, playing some terrific basketball. Legs, what turned it around in that second quarter?
Well, they got their offense going by attacking the lane and then hit full throttle. 42 points in that second quarter on 73% shooting for the Knicks.
Brunson had 15 points, 3 assists. Castle guarding him. Wembanyama, 15 points, 4 rebounds. Castle was terrific in that first half. Ball goes out of bounds, and Spurs will have it as we go to Lisa.
Yeah, Mike, I talked to associate head coach Sean Sweeney coming out of the locker room, asked him what they have to get back to, and he said our style of play offensively just changed. He said for the most of the first half we were putting pressure on the rim, and then we lost some of that. But we got to stick to putting more pressure on the rim, and then defensively, he said they got going from the three-point line, so we've got to do a better job of limiting their looks. I asked him about the vibe. He said we're ready to go.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Sweeney going to be the head coach at Orlando next year. Congratulations to him. Terrific coach, getting the opportunity of a lifetime as Champagnie cuts it to 5. Champagnie with his second field goal. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. 10 to shoot for the Knicks.
Pressure out extended. You've already seen it now, first 2 trips. They got a strip on Brunson on their first trip, and there you see, again, all 3 Spurs defenders out by midcourt, making it difficult.
Boy, Castle, good ball denial. And a bad pass from Towns. That's all because of Castle's ball denial.
100%. And also the pressure on the ball. Karl-Anthony Towns can't really tee it up as much as you like, but that's still a difficult pass.
Castle's going to be NBA All-Defense sooner rather than later. Wembanyama, the Defensive Player of the Year, tied up nicely. Gets it out to Champagnie, and Champagnie drills it and a foul. Brunson's going to pick up his second and a chance for a 4-point play for Champagnie.
Are they going to review this?
Well, they're walking over to the scores table.
Yeah.
I mean, he's acting, we couldn't see it from this angle. He's acting as if he did roll his ankle.
We'll review this closeout to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Champagnie, Brooklyn born, played at Bishop Loughlin High School. That's where Mark Jackson played.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's not a hostile act on that closeout by Brunson.
He played a lot of games on this court as well. Played his college ball at St. John's.
That's an interesting one. You don't typically see the defender turn his back to the shooter to where his foot came down on Jalen Brunson's calf area.
Well, you still have to give
Replay has determined that this closeout was reckless, and therefore Brunson will be assessed a flagrant foul, penalty 1.
Anytime one of the feet go towards the shooter, that's usually, he doesn't like the call.
Well, and that's the thing, you got to give him that landing zone. It didn't look like it in the first replay, but anytime, if any of your body, if they land on it, unless you have an unnatural shooting motion with Champagnie, this is his pretty normal shooting motion.
So used to seeing the shooter come down with his foot on top of the foot of the closeout defender. That time Brunson completely turned his back to him. Still determined that he did not give him enough landing area.
And a big call, obviously, on the flagrant. Free throws in possession. Champagnie in the game now with 8 points. He's had some magnificent games. Misses that free throw. So on this, because it's a three-pointer, it's one shot to make 2 and then possession. Like what Champagnie was saying the other day, he's a New Yorker. When he went to San Antonio, he said, man, the pace is so slow. And now it's his favorite thing about San Antonio, the pace getting too quick here in New York. This could be some possession. Castle left wide open, three-pointer, can't get it. And Anunoby the rebound. Boy, a lot of bumping there. Brunson gets inside. Back up top, Anunoby. Castle switches.
Brunson, shot clock winding down. Dribbles, drives inside, shot off the glass, can't get it. Fight for the rebound. Brunson gets it back, puts it up and in. Josh Hart helped that play by making it difficult for San Antonio to get the rebound. Champagnie lines it up. Can't get it to fall when Wembanyama could not come up with it.
And OG Anunoby coming in there, even though he didn't get it clean, he stops Victor from getting an offensive rebound.
Anunoby once again to the rack. Attacking the rim time and time again. He's got 19.
Well, he's so decisive, but on that trail, he should not be able to catch it at 28, 30 feet and get to the rim without anybody stepping in front. Good awareness.
Fox fakes, drives, layup, no good, but a foul. The sly Fox now will get a couple of free throws.
Yeah, I mean, this is just OG Anunoby trailing the play. He takes a quick glance. He knows that Castle doesn't have the angle for him. Champagnie clears out, and one more glance at Wemby there at the end, and he realizes he can't get over there. That's the play you were talking about, Mike, where Josh Hart was engaged with Castle, and it freed up Jalen Brunson to just go pick up that loose ball off the glass.
The foul on Hart, his first. Fox coming off that 20-point game in game 2. The loss overshadowed his big bounce-back game after a rough game 1. His ankle's starting to look a little bit better. He's been dealing with that since the second round. Well, that's his best game since turning the ankle. Tonight, 6 points, 6 assists. Champagnie now on the switch. Shot clock at 7. Brunson drives, spins, gets inside. Looking, finds Towns, ball knocked away, picked up by Castle. Sensational defense. Vassell fouled by Hart.
Yeah, to your point, Mike, that defense right there, they're starting their offense with 8-9 seconds. And now Jalen Brunson is forced to go to one-on-one with an elite defender in front of him. He has no angle, no place to actually make something happen.
Yeah, RJ, no one else touched the ball in this possession. That's just a lot of work for your point guard. He's picked up by 2 different defenders. The amount of energy that he expended just on that one possession, that's difficult against a great defense. As you can see, they swarm it, and then now they're off and running. And they've had nothing in transition tonight till that.
They have multiple players who can put that kind of pressure on.
Oh, they have an entire bench of guys. You have guys, even when you look down their bench, the amount of players that come in. Harper does it. There's so many players that they allow to play physical on that defensive end, and they just churn different guys at Brunson.
Vassell hits a pair, back to 1. Castle now smothering Bridges. Anunoby. Step back. Wemby went for the fake. Hart to Brunson again. And a foul away from the ball as Anunoby gets knocked down. I believe it's going to be on Wembanyama. That's his second.
He grabbed first, and then OG Anunoby grabbed back to try to get by, but Victor Wembanyama had the first contact on that. That's why he gets whistled.
First team foul for the Spurs. Knicks already have 3 team fouls here in this third quarter. Anunoby drives on Champagnie, steps back, double team. Back up top to Brunson, 5 on the 24. Bridges cuts, kicks it out. Hard, another 3. Can't get to the fall. And the rebound, Vassell. Fox pushes, Fox drives, gets inside. Couple of fake shot blocked from behind by Towns. Ball went out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Aggressive move from Fox could help defense from the Knicks.
The Knicks are struggling. They had that initial start, but right now to get into any offensive flow, sometimes you get in a defensive rhythm, and right now the Spurs look very smooth with the way they're moving and cutting off angles.
Castle doubled, kicks it out in the corner. 3-pointer misses, and Hart grabs another rebound. Again, Castle meeting Brunson at half court every time. Foul, shot's good. Yes, they counted and 1. Felt the contact, throw it up, and a chance for a 3-point play.
And again, the hardest part about this is that He's on the side of his shooting arm and is able to get that up. That is focus. That is concentration. Look, he's looking over, almost behind him, at where the basket is. That's a difficult shot by big body Brunson.
No idea how he got it to go, but if you're De'Aaron Fox right there, you've got to fully commit and absorb that contact if you want to try to sell a call and draw an offensive foul. By backing away, you're going to make it easy for the official.
That's his second circus shot of the game. He's got 20. Wembanyama's beautiful, smooth-looking jumper there.
The short roll pull-up jumper, he has not been really looking for that or taking it. It's all been a hard roll to the rim or a three. That's the area of the floor I think he could do some damage.
See Fox on Towns. And a reach-in call on Fox. That's his third foul and the third team foul. Harper and Johnson will come back in for San Antonio.
When he sets the screen and he knows that he's going to get a hedge by Karl Anthony Towns, this pocket pass right here, he's going to get that whenever he wants. Now it's just a matter of taking your time, squaring it up. There's no way that Towns is going to really bother him on that contest with that kind of length.
17 for Wemby, 7 assists for Fox. Now it's Keldon Johnson on Towns. Switches up on Brunson. Johnson moving his feet. Bronson gets past him. Brunson flips it up in the left hand. That won't go. And Wemby the rebound in traffic. Here comes Harper. Spurs have numbers. Vassell lines up three-pointer. It's good. Evan Vassell now in double figures. Spurs back on top. And Vassell pokes it away.
And this is who the San Antonio Spurs are. They're a team. They were down 3-2 to the defending champion. They're down 2-0. They're down at halftime on the road in a crucial game. And what do? They come out and take control in this third quarter, Legs.
A great push right there by Harper. The speed off the glass, great outlet by Wemby. They haven't had too many opportunities with numbers in the open floor.
Second youngest team in finals history. Only the 77 Blazers. They don't play like a young team as Anunoby drills another. He's 7 of 8 from the field. And the Knicks back up by 1. Here comes Harper. Keldon Johnson drives on Brunson, spins, double team, and draws the foul. Good aggressive move from Keldon Johnson. It will result in free throws. Mitch Johnson calls Keldon Johnson the heart and soul of the team. You guys talked about it as sixth man. He has not played well so far in the first 2 games, but a good aggressive move there.
And right now on the other end of the floor, Mikal Bridges, who had 20 points last game, has only attempted 1 shot. Now he gets things through the flow of the game, but he's also got to figure out a way to get himself involved.
Go to the NBA app for complete finals coverage, live post-game press conferences with Brunson and Wembanyama, and hear the coaches, Brown and Johnson's Game 3 reactions. Download the NBA app now. Spurs missing free throws. Anunoby grabs the rebound. Knicks lead remains 1.
That's tough for Keldon Johnson because that finally looked like him offensively. He's a very physical driver, but he's not able to cash in on the tail end.
San Antonio's missed 6 free throws so far. Brunson to Hart. Corner 3, puts it up, puts it in. Josh Hart. From Hart heroics here in Game 3. He's 4 of 6 from downtown.
Man, how good have Anunoby and Hart been in this one?
Ball knocked loose, picked up by Towns. And a turnover, bad pass from Brunson. 11 turnovers for the Knicks. We'll take a timeout.
Well, Josh Hart hasn't shot it well overall from the 3 in the postseason, but none of that matters when you're trying to close out a finals and get Game 3.
The NBA Finals are brought to you by Universal Pictures, one night only. In theaters August 7th.
Madison from section 117. We're going to play a song. Madison has to have Chase Freedom finish the lyric. You'll win $1,250 for each song you get correct. So if you get all 4 correct, you take home $5,000. All right, Madison, if you're ready, here's the first song. one. Here's the next song.
You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you.
2 for 2. Let's see if you can get this one.
We're just friends, what are you saying? Said there's another and look right in my eyes. My first love broke my heart for the first time. And I was like, baby, 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 oh, baby.
All right, got it too. Time for the last song, a little tricky.
Don't worry, baby. Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough.
You got them all, Madison. So you have just won $5,000 on behalf of the Knicks. Thanks for playing Chase Freedom. Finish the lyric.
Hi everyone, I'm Patrick Ewing. I wanted to thank the NYPD officers for keeping our city safe. Thank you.
As a transplanted New Yorker, I know how much you mean to this city. So thank you.
I'd like to thank the NYPD for all you do, sharing, caring, always teaching us, keeping us safe. We definitely appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
I just want to say thank you to the NYPD for all you brave men and women who patrol and keep our great city of New York safe.
Thank you guys for everything you do and keeping us safe here in the city. Thank you guys, we love you guys.
Just wanted to say thank you so much to the NYPD for all that you do to keep our city safe. We appreciate you.
Thank you, NYPD, for keeping New York safe.
I want to give a huge thanks to the NYPD officers that keep our city safe. Thank you for everything you do, and let's go Knicks.
Join the movement. The Garden invites you.
Time for tonight's Google Search Deep Dive. Richard.
And I was always taught, you can't make them guard you, but you can make them wish that they had. And their three-point strategy is to leave Josh Hart open, and he's making them pay. He knows that these are going to be uncontested shots. So he has an opportunity to tee him up without any stress, and he's looking for confidence as the game goes on.
If you want to dive deeper into this or any NBA playoffs topic, ask AI mode in Google search. I swear I thought you were going to say you can't always get what you want and start singing a Stone song.
No.
Lob inside, Wembanyama, tough catch on the follow.
How does he get that on the other side? Talking about, I don't even know if that's a quick jump as much as it is just a long arm.
Oh, and their first second chance points of the game there, Legs.
7, make that 19 now for Victor Wembanyama. Brunson pulls up, jumper, can't get it. Mitchell Robinson has come on. Harper back in the game with Johnson, Vassell, Castle, and Wemby. Long three, nope, passes last second. Johnson gathers, lays it up and in. Great look from Victor Wembanyama.
And fortunate that Keldon Johnson was still looking, because he could have just been going to crash as Wemby rose up. He took a look over his shoulder and was able to still finish that.
5 assists for Wembanyama. Hart to Brunson. Castle right with him. He's attached to his hip. Brunson back out to Hart. Shot clock winding down. Hart gets in, likes that fall-away shot, and in and out. Wemby controls it beautifully.
Important stretch for the Spurs, because you know Wemby's going to get a blow here in a few minutes.
Another long three-pointer, lines it up and knocks it down. So smooth from long distance, and it's a 3-point Spurs lead. Brunson tries to answer, cannot. Shamet kicks it back out. New 14 on the shot clock. Anunoby. Robinson the offensive rebound. Brunson finds some room, flips it up, shot. Robinson on the follow. One of the great offensive rebounders in the NBA. And a foul. That shot will not count. It's going to be on Brunson. And that's 4 fouls on Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, the offensive rebounding has not been a big factor here tonight for either team, but you know Mitchell Robinson is always going to put this kind of pressure on you. If he has inside position, there's just no way you're getting him out of there.
And again, Brunson Just getting his hand caught in the cookie jar. And on the pass,
keeps holding on.
He keeps holding on, but that's what's going on in the game.
Right.
It's a matter of when you get caught in that position.
So 4 fouls with 4:29 remaining in the third. A decision from Mike Brown not to take him out. Looks like he's going to take him out. Alvarado and Clarkson set to check back in. Knicks in the penalty. That's why Harper will go to the free throw line.
And let's watch these minutes now as Victor Wembanyama gets that blow I was just talking about. I know Mitch Johnson would love this group to be able to maintain this and at least play even with the Knicks here to close out this quarter.
Harper now with 9 points. Harper, some of the best finals performance from a rookie. You know, Clyde Frazier, the Hall of Famer and former Knick champion, whenever there's a rookie that's aggressive, he likes to call them precocious neophytes. That is the perfect way to describe Harper. He just plays with such ferocity. Clyde's enjoying some fries
Sure
right
is.
now on a very nice sport coat.
You have one like that, Mike?
No. 3-point Spurs lead. Vassell guarding Shamet. And Shamet fouled by Vassell. Those two, a little chatter, little bump. Nothing there.
But I don't agree with this. The whistle blows and then there's extra stuff. Okay, foul gets called. Okay, that's I'll allow that. And look, he's supposed to laugh. You're supposed to smile at it. That's just good competition, respectful competition.
So Mitchell Robinson, again, because they're in the penalty, going to be taken out of the game. Towns in. Mike Brown not allowing the Spurs to play the hack-a-mitch. Chance of Landry Shamet, a veteran who had a non-guaranteed contract in training camp and has been one of the playoff heroes for the Knicks. Alvarado on the drive, double, finds Clarkson but threw it too low. Clarkson gets it back, shot clock winding down. Clarkson lays it up, shot won't go. The follow, it backs it home. Great second effort from Clarkson. Here comes Fox. Fox pulls back. Vassell plays catch. They throw it in the corner. Keldon Johnson. Shamet steps in front. Johnson trying to overpower him. Shamet called for a foul. And it's going to be free throws again. Knicks in the penalty.
So it makes it tough in a game like this, because how many times do you see a player go and start to back a guy into the post? And there's a lot of contact that's taking place. And it seems sometimes they just are going to grab one of those and call a foul, when we've already seen at least a dozen times tonight where guys are trying to get position down there and they're being stood up.
Johnson hits the first tomorrow night, ABC. Game 4, Stanley Cup final between Carolina and the Vegas Golden Knights. They lead the series 2-1. They double overtime victory in Game 3. Puck dropped for Game 4 shortly after 8 Eastern. Sean McDonough, Ray Ferraro on the call. What has been a thrilling Stanley Cup final. And we've got a thrilling NBA final. And Johnson misses. Clarkson tips it.
This is a big 3 minutes. No Wemby on the floor. No Jalen Brunson.
And another foul. All of a sudden, you get the feeling now they said, well, maybe we should start calling this tighter. Because what you were saying, Lake's true. There was so much clutching and grabbing, and now some stuff that didn't appear to be nearly as physical as these ones, and they're calling.
And I think that's why you see sometimes a surprised reaction. We'll look at the replay and we're all probably going to go, yeah, that's clearly a foul, but you see the reaction by the defender on some of these. They're saying, well, I've been doing that most of the night, and now they get called for it.
Oh, wait, that's all jersey. I don't think they've been pulling jerseys like that all night.
Not like that.
Not like that one.
Johnson's second foul, by the way. And Anunoby, 7 of 9 from the field. He's hit a couple of threes. This is his first free throw. He was 6 for 6. Harper, another double-figure game off the bench. Goes right at Towns. Lays that up and in. Right at the 7-footer.
Man, typically these were going to be minutes where De'Aaron Fox has the ball to initiate. But right now they've got so much confidence in Dylan Harper's ability to get into the paint.
Towns fakes the 3, drives inside, layup, missed it. Battle for the rebound, Luke Cornett. Keldon Johnson goes right at Shaman again. Blocked by Towns, taken away. Excellent double team. Here comes Alvarado. Alvarado to the basket. Layup off the glass, can't get it. Harper looks to push the other way. Harper goes to Anunoby, pulls up high, arcing shot. Missed it, Cornette can't get it, grabs another rebound, and gets thrown to the floor, hit the back of his head. And Cornette's going to take some free throws. Yeah, we'll take a timeout. Beautiful scene outside the world's most famous arena, but right now the Spurs with a 3-point lead here in the third.
Section 208. Ben has 40 seconds to make 4 shots. A layup, 2 free throws, and a 3-pointer. For every shot made, it's $250. And if all 4 shots are made in 40 seconds, Ben gets the opportunity to take a half-court shot to win $100,000, courtesy of Chase Freedom. All right, Ben, 40 seconds coming up on the clock. If you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go! Made the layup look very easy. Now right side of the foul line. He's got that now to the left side of the foul line. $500 so far. Got plenty of time. Now you've got 3 out of the 4. Go to the 3-point line. You have 17 seconds remaining. And Ben, you got all 4. Now, time to step back to the half-court line. Take 1 shot. If it's good, you get $100,000. Come on, fans, let's hear it for him. Ben, don't step over that half-court line. Here we go! Well, you didn't hit that one, but you still walk away with $1,000, courtesy of Lexus. Congratulations, and thanks for playing the Chase Freedom Cashback Challenge.
Hey, what you doing?
Not that you can go back, and not that I'd want to, but we had a pretty good run there for a minute.
You still do, just different. Now get off my car.
Calling signals, takes the snap, looks left, lobs it left, first is wide open, touchdown Giants! And Eli Manning and the Giants have finished off the Patriots in the Super Bowl for the 2nd time in 4 years.
NBA Finals are a global event, with this year's series being broadcasted in 214 countries and territories across 53 languages. Throughout the finals, watch parties in Mexico City, Brazil, Canada. And in addition, NBA legends have joined the fans at viewing events across Asia, including Kevin Garnett in Seoul, South Korea, Stephon Marbury in Shanghai. The global game. Meanwhile, here at Madison Square Garden, one of the greatest of all time, Oscar Robertson, former Knicks champion Bill Bradley. So many NBA legends at these finals, as Cornette will go to the free throw line. Cornette, 1 of 2 from the line in the finals, 82% during the regular season's good free throw shooter. He endeared himself to the Spurs fans when he signed his free agent contract. He said, I want to be a third of the player Tim Duncan was.
Those are lofty goals. Yeah. Very, very lofty goals.
He's actually a really funny dude. He's played for 6 teams, 3 years in the G League, won a ring with the Celtics as a backup. And everywhere he goes, the people talk about what a great teammate he has been. part-time starter. And he gives the Spurs a 5-point lead. So a 12-point turnaround here in the third. Knicks are up 7. Towns, Alvarado. Across the lane, whips a pass in the corner. Shamet fires and hits. First points of the night for Shamet.
Credit that to Alvarado. That's what happens when you put that kind of pressure on the defense. If you can collapse it from one corner, that opposite corner is going to be a threat.
Castle up top, Champagnie. Castle gets into the paint. Throws it cross court, back up top, Champagnie. Clean look, straight on, knocks it down. Champagnie with his third three-pointer, and it's back to 5.
How about that find by Harper right there? Because I thought he was going to attack baseline. One more pass, you find Champagnie, who has shot it so well throughout the postseason.
Clarkson guarded by Cornette. Wants to beat him off the dribble, gets in. Quick release on the shot, does not go. Fight for the rebound, Towns banks home the follow.
And Karl Anthony Towns, after a little bit of a slow start, got a couple of buckets, starting to get his rhythm offensively.
He's in double figures now. Champagnie, quick release. That one won't go. Fight for the rebound. Towns lost it, but Alvarado right there to pick it up. Coming up on a minute remaining here in the third.
Wonder if we're going to hear from Bridges. He just has not had any impact tonight, but this is an opportunity right now. Without Brunson, he's got to be more aggressive.
Towns surrounded, looking, finds Clarkson. Shot clock winding down. Clarkson fires up a 3. Oh, he knocks it in! A Hail Mary as the shot clock expired and the game is tied. Clarkson 10 points in 11 minutes off the bench. His first points of these finals. Harper comes right back and nails the 3. Dylan Harper with 13.
2 threes back-to-back by the Knicks. And how does this young Spurs team answer? They come back and do the exact same thing.
Alvarado calling it out. Alvarado playing important minutes off the bench again. Bridges finds some room and knocks down the shot. His first points of the night.
Only his second shot. He just had that foul trouble early. It took him out of his rhythm. I think they're going to need him in the fourth quarter to close this.
No fouls to give. Harper looking. Harper firing away. Won't go. Towns knocked it loose. Picked up by Alvarado. And the third quarter comes to an end. Another close one as we head to the fourth here in these 2026 NBA Finals. Bench play so important.
Miracle shot right here. Closeout by Champagnie. He can't even believe it as he looks back at the rim, but this young fella, he's not a rookie anymore.
This presentation of NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Scan presented by Hospital for Special Surgery. And this time we're heading back to the early 2000s. Show us how you move.
Run a play. Computer blue.
Prince was incredible. I mean, it wasn't even like it was close. It was a landslide victory. Game. Blouses.
This is going to be Darling. He's got to go.
I'm so happy for St. John's and the fans. We are so happy for the fellas. We've taken it another step now, so it's just awesome. Proud of our guys, and now it's just starting. The fun's just starting.
Make some noise.
Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. Josh, it's a one-point game. It's been going back and forth. Just what's it going to come down to in the fourth quarter?
We just have to have better attention to detail. We didn't come out the half how we should have. We didn't execute the first play. You know, we let them get a couple of buckets. So we got to make sure we're focused, have attention to detail, take care of the ball.
Everybody in the building knows that they're going to be looking to Victor Wembanyama in the fourth quarter. How do you keep him from beating you?
I mean, it's not just Victor. I think Castle has 18, Harper has 13. Champagne's been knocking down threes, so we got to make sure we defend the Spurs as a unit, communicate, get stops, and play fast.
All right, thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
Mike?
Thank you, Lisa. Foul on Towns, his third on that entry pass to Wemby. Keldon Johnson out there with Castle, Fox, Wembanyama, and Vassell. Ball poked away. Shot clock at 6. Fox gets some room, lines it up. Shot missed it. Rebound, and a loose ball foul is going to go against Bridges. So that's 2 quick team fouls again for the Knicks here to start the fourth. Here in game 3, and these right now, these are the critical moments of a series, moments that the great players dream about, that they put so much work in, so much sacrifice. Alley-oop to Wembanyama, perfect pass from Castle, and a lead is up to 3.
And by the time, it wouldn't have mattered, I don't think, because of how high that was. By the time Karl-Anthony Towns turned around, that ball was already in the air.
Alvarado tries to answer. Shamet hauls in the rebound, kicks it back out. Brunson's on the bench with 4 fouls right now. Bridges drives on Fox. Lost it momentarily, knocked out of bounds.
And right now in this, Mikal Bridges slips. That puts everyone in a tough spot, and there's nothing you can do.
No.
If he's behind you, it's almost guaranteed. And they know, look at the ball at the top of the square, head at the rim. Yeah, that's just automatic.
24 now for Wemby. 3.4 to shoot here on this possession. Pass goes inside. Quick shot, Clarkson. Trying to draw a foul. Castle comes away with it. Wemby thought about a 3. Fox off the bounce, gets inside. Shot blocked, knocked away, but a whistle and a foul. So Alvarado will pick up his first. Brunson sits and waits.
And you remember game 2, critical minutes out of their bench. Brunson and Towns were on the bench in that one, and they got some timely shot making from Bridges, Deuce McBride in that game, Landry Shamet. So they had a lot of guys step up while Jalen Brunson was getting his final rest of the night in game 2.
Our NBA final schedule, all games on ABC, all begin tip-off shortly after 8:30 Eastern. Game 4 Wednesday right back here at the Garden. Game 5 if necessary Saturday in San Antonio in the 3-2-1-1-1 format. Knicks meanwhile 3 team fouls in 1 minute and 4 seconds.
I think it's important right here for the Spurs stay connected to Landry Shamet and Karl-Anthony Towns and force penetration with Wemby on the floor protecting the rim.
Alvarado calling for Clarkson. Clarkson behind the loss to handle, picked up by Fox. Fox back, deflected by Bridges. Great hustle from Bridges as Alvarado dives into the stands and checks with former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg.
You never know who you'll run into at a Knick game.
They
check on the former New York City mayor. Seems to be okay. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
And you hit on it. That's tremendous effort on the part of Mikal Bridges to get back and break that up after it looked like the Spurs had numbers momentarily in the open floor. Saved a layup.
Mopping up the wet spots from the beverage spill. Fox will inbound. Wemby against Towns. Drive, spins, kicks it back out. Shamet deflected out of bounds. Well defended by Towns once again. Wembanyama's 10 of 15 from the field. He's hit a couple of threes, 7 boards, 5 assists, and 2 block shots. Has to come all the way out to help out. Step back. Towns got a piece again on the way up. Shot clock winding down. Fox a 3. Can't get it. Castle gets away from Bridges. Gets it. Shot blocked. And picked up by Bridges. Great help defense.
How much longer are the Knicks going to leave Brunson on that sideline?
Hart finds Bridges. Knicks offense a bit stagnant right now.
A bucket could buy him a little more time.
Bridges kicks it out to Shamet. Shamet fires away. That's going to be way short. Against just superb defense from San Antonio. Fox fakes. Fox drives. Surrounded. Wemby harassed by Alvarado. Castle fires away. Shamet wide open, corner 3. Can't get to the full. Hart comes flying in, but can't quite grab it. Fox tries to and saves it. Great hustle from Fox. And here's Keldon Johnson. Alley-oop inside. Wemby gets it and fouled on the entry pass, but he'll shoot free throws again. Knicks in the penalty so early here in the fourth quarter. Nope, they're saying that that's the team fourth. The team fourth foul, so it'll be a side out. Mitchell Robinson reports in. Towns is going to get a breather in an earlier than usual fourth quarter entry for Brunson.
And now is when the fun begins for San Antonio's defense, because it's always going to be a chess match. Jalen Brunson is going to get some possessions here where they're going to blitz and make him give it up. Other ones, they're going to let him play with the switch and operate against one defender.
Champagnie on a drive. The runner comes up short. Ball tipped and taken by Bridges. Bridges has had a quiet offensive night. Castle in pursuit. Bridges pulls up, elbow jumper. Can't get it to fall. Harper comes flying in for the rebound. He's got 5 boards to go with his 13 points.
And I like getting Harper back on the floor. Game 1, they went with De'Aaron Fox. I think Dylan Harper's the guy in the moment. And San Antonio spreads out the Knicks. End up with a layup on the backside.
What a pass from Champagnie. And now a 7-point lead. Brunson looking. Leans in with a right hand. Bank shot won't go. Mitchell Robinson with a tip. That's their first points of the fourth quarter.
And how crucial is it that you can play Mitchell Robinson? The Spurs don't have any team fouls currently, so the hack of Mitch really isn't an option.
Wemby back up top. Harper, clean look, 3-pointer. Nearly banked it in. And a foul's going to be called on Mitchell Robinson. Oh, they're saying it's on Mikal Bridges. My mistake.
It was the wrap-up.
And now they're in the penalty.
That's one way to keep him from jumping.
That's a fatigue play right there. That's almost an automatic foul. The arm up underneath the guy. And you understand you can relate in that position, but you got to be smarter when you know that ball goes long, it's an automatic foul.
Wembanyama coming off that disastrous finish in game 2 with the turnover. Had a chance to win the game at the buzzer. Said he would come back and be better, and he has responded in a big way.
He really has. He has settled his team. The start they had to this game, I think, was the start they needed to find themselves in position in the fourth quarter. But right now, you know, you're 3 minutes, just under 4 minutes into this quarter, and you're in the bonus. It's important for San Antonio to maintain an attacking style and not settle with the Knicks sending you to the foul line on any contact.
Wembanyama now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. It's back to 7. And a foul call. Castle. His third. Sarcastic cheer from the Knicks fans. Meanwhile, Deuce McBride back in. McBride only played limited minutes in the first half. And again, just the first team foul for San Antonio. Brunson gets away from Castle. Now gets into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Hart, corner three. Can't get it to fall. Keldon Johnson the rebound. Johnson's had 7 points off the bench here for San Antonio in game 3. Wemby, another long three. Counted out, a foul. Chance for a 4-point play. Wemby holding his back a bit. What a shot, and Robinson commits the personal. And the Spurs go up by 10. Mike Brown's going to challenge it. He's saying that Robinson got pushed into it. Wembanyama seems to be okay now. So a challenge by the Knicks, an important one. Did Keldon Johnson push him?
Oh, he did. That looks like an extended arm. We'll see more on the other side.
Watch party back at the Frost Bank Center right now. They're very happy.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Upon review, it's been determined that Johnson pushed Robinson into the shooter. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. It will be changed to an offensive foul. Assess Johnson. Please reset the clock to 7:46. New York will be charged with a timeout, and they have an additional challenge.
With the change in the scoring, Mitchell Robinson has no personals. And the offensive foul is charged to Keldon Johnson of the Spurs. That is his third personal. The Knicks will be able to make another challenge in this game. They are charged with the timeout because there was a mandatory remaining.
Upon review, it's been determined that Johnson pushed Robinson into the shooter. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. It will be changed to an offensive foul. Assess Johnson. Please reset the clock to 7:46. New York will be charged with a timeout, and they have an additional challenge.
And the basket doesn't count. That is an enormous turnaround. It would have been a 10-point lead with a free throw. Instead, it's a 7-point lead, and the Knicks get the ball. Knicks had a big challenge that was rewarded in game 2. And the OG Anunoby 3-point attempt. Castle now chasing Brunson. Brunson gets inside, sidestep layup, banks it in. Back to 5.
And that's Wemby right there. You've got to keep that ball contained when Jalen Brunson comes off that screen. He let him turn the corner on the sideline right here. If you're Wemby, you've got to cut that basketball off. And now Jalen Brunson knows that's 7'5" in your rearview mirror.
Tonight. Tell me who's in the house 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 tonight. Tell me who's in the. 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 Tell me who's in the house tonight. Tonight. Tell me who's in the house 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 tonight.
Being the assistant coach in charge of challenges is such a huge thing in the NBA. Jordan Brink has done a marvelous job, and that was a huge one as Wembanyama here on this play. You can see the push from Keldon Johnson. And again, an unbelievable turnaround. Robinson right away was saying, hey, he pushed me. So a 5-point game with 7.5 remaining. Harper, Fox, Vassell, Champagnie, and Wembanyama. Harper to Fox. Good look for 3. Too strong. Wembanyama tips it and lost it out of bounds. He thought he was held by Towns. And they're going to challenge. Because if they can challenge the out of bounds, they could say there was a foul prior to that. Wembanyama right away looked over to the bench and asked for a challenge. Here's the play. Got the right arm, right hand on his arm. That looks like that'll be overturned as well.
mine. Me come for you have a good time. Me want you waistline. Me want you shake your behind.
The replay official has determined there's a proximate foul to the out-of-bounds decision as Towns grabs Wemby's arm. Therefore, this is a loose ball foul. Wembanyama will shoot penalty for 2 free throws.
2 clear challenges that absolutely needed to be overturned. As you see Towns watch that right hand. Just kind of grab his right arm. And again, because they're in the penalty, as Towns picks up his 4th foul. Wembanyama will shoot the free throws. We talked about Jordan Brink with the Knicks. John Harris is the man behind the bench doing the magic for the San Antonio Spurs.
And they didn't even get a chance to even look at it. They just trusted Wemby. He was so emphatic when he turned to the sideline. There was not going to be time because that ball was going to be taken out of bounds. They trusted their star, and it paid off.
Sometimes the trust because it's a star. Sometimes because a guy who rarely looks to the bench for that. And then there were the players who every time they're twirling their finger.
Well, and you see coaches sometimes just do it for their stars, to trust in them, to build that trust. Like, hey, he's asking for it, I'm going to review it, even if it's not, like you said, an iPad review behind.
Wemby knocks down another free throw. 28 points for Victor Wembanyama. It's back to 7 for San Antonio.
And I think now up 7, you start to play him with one person, Jalen Brunson, because you have a better chance of taking away the 3-point shooting.
Harper's now on Brunson. Castle currently on the bench. Brunson doubled. Inside Anunoby. Anunoby at the foul line. Shoots the jumper. And the soft touch goes through. 24 for Anunoby. He's 8 of 10 from the field. Both teams have shot the ball well, despite the physical defense all night. Fox, nice crossover, gets inside. Layup is good. Just the 3rd field goal from Fox, and it's back to 7 again.
Wow, that's the 25-point-per-game scorer that Fox was. Sacramento, that was a nasty inside-out dribble in a very tight driving lane.
He doesn't have to do it every night for the Spurs, but certainly still capable. Deuce McBride, corner 3 is short. Harper gets the rebound, looks to push. Anunoby in front of him. Harper sidestep, blocked by Anunoby. Hart the rebound. Another spectacular defensive play. Towns a 3, off the mark. Brunson catches it, goes inside, layup, banks it in, and the foul. OG Anunoby's blocked shot leads to a 3-point play down the other end.
And again, Karl-Anthony Towns hasn't hit a 3. I think that's his first attempt, but Brunson in the right spot at the right time goes up strong. And look, you can have confidence to go up in that paint and focus when you can see Wemby is not around. It is it's a much harder shot when you're kind of looking over your shoulder for him.
You know, we have some spectacular defensive players. Obviously, Wembanyama, the defensive player of the year, but you look at a player like Anunoby, look at a player like Castle. These are elite defensive players.
What a swing. The block by Anunoby. You had an opportunity there. Go up 9 into San Antonio. What a turnaround.
Anunoby on Fox. Towns picks him up. Alley up to Wemby. Layup is gone. Surrounded by Knicks. And he just gently taps it in. 30 points for Victor Wembanyama. Towns looks to set the screen, nearly poked away. Brunson tied up and throws it off of Vassell. Mike Brown arguing with Curtis Blair. It's going to be Nick Ball with 7 to shoot.
These guards make you work so hard, RJ. The amount of pressure out on the floor and the number of guys they can hand them off to.
So they're trying to sub right now to give them more chance for a review, but it's not working. What is going on?
And they blow the whistle. They inbounded the ball and then stopped it all of a sudden. They handed the ball to the Knicks. The ball went inbound. Mark Davis and Curtis Blair now discussing it.
They were trying to do a sub to see if they can have more time to look at the iPad. That sub buys them a few seconds.
Right.
They handed him the ball, and Harper just walked in the game.
They were thinking of challenging it, thought maybe it knocked off Brunson first.
And the problem is Harper got up to the table too late to be able to come into the game right there, but he just walked on the floor anyway.
So now there's 6 to shoot. Shamet looking. Anunoby gets it. 5 on the 24. Anunoby step back, fires away. Can't get it. Hart the rebound. New 14 on the shot clock. Shamet lines it up. In and out. Battle for the rebound. Champagnie comes down with it. 6-point game with 5 to play. Fox falling away. Shot won't go. Rebound goes to Brunson. Brunson the crossover. Dribbled right into Champagnie and turned it over. Dangerous pass. Vassell to Wemby. Wemby spins inside. Layup. Foul. And more free throws for Wembanyama, who's 6 of 7 from the line tonight. The foul is on Shamet. He's got 5 fouls in 22 minutes.
And the pressure on Brunson, I think, has had an effect, RJ. I mean, it just, imagine handling the ball against this level of pressure. The number of guys that can switch off and keep him in front. That time, he just did not see that there was another defender waiting in his lap, forced a turnover. San Antonio quickly up the other end to attack before the Knicks could set up.
Perfect free throw form. Lead back up to 7. Well, after that game 2 finish, Wembanyama said, yes, I'll use it as fuel for the next game. Boy, has he used that fuel. 31-7-5 plus block shots. He's got 2 of those as well. 34 minutes of play.
Well, and that's what we talked about. It's a full 48 minutes. He had a great second half. Even with that turnover, he had a great second half last game. But in the first half, he had 4 points. He has put together a full 40-minute game so far. 5 minutes to go.
And the Garden crowd very anxious right now. Brunson leans in, shot, missed it. Wembanyama the rebound, outlet deflected, but Harper right there to save it. 4.5 remaining. Harper looks, drives, spins, gets inside. Lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks, 10 to shoot. Yeah, Mitch Johnson wants to talk it over. A huge possession. Spurs an 8-point lead, trying to get right back in the series with 4.5 to play on the road.
I look around, I see these young faces, and I think life's this game of inches. The inches we need are everywhere around us. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the difference between winning and
Another challenge. The Knicks challenging the out-of-bounds call.
New York elected to challenge the out-of-bounds decision.
And that's from Mark Davis, so they're checking it out right now.
Doesn't look like it hit the Knicks from that angle to me.
Yeah, it looked like the last person was Harper.
That's Harper, the last one to touch that.
Now that would be their second challenge and then be out of challenges, but right now with them down 8, every possession so important.
Oh, what an angle right there. Those fingers there, the fingertips by Harper.
It doesn't appear like after Harper touched it, does it touch the fingertips of Anunoby? It's so close. This is why officials tell you the hardest call for them is the out-of-bounds call.
As a person that was an official for a quarter of a summer league game.
Upon review, it was determined that the ball was last touched by Harper's left hand. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. However, New York will be charged with the timeout, and they have no additional challenges.
But the Knicks will get the ball back. Still plenty of time remaining. The Spurs with a magnificent second half. Again, they trailed by as many as 7. But here in the fourth quarter, an 8-point lead.
Well, if you're going to burn up your challenges, they burned them up in the right way. One of them basically saved a 4-point play potentially. And then this one, San Antonio would have had that ball on the baseline with plenty of time on this possession to score.
Look at the points in the second half for the Knicks. The Spurs defense is just ferocious. So Shamet, Brunson, Hart, Towns back in, and Anunoby.
All right, last 4 minutes, legs. Jalen Brunson looks like he's been putting in a lot of work. Do you possibly put the ball in Karl-Anthony Towns' hand and then try and get some movement around him?
I mean, they're going to go to one of their favorite sets, it looked like, but Josh Hart couldn't deliver the ball. It's a great cut right there by Shamet, though.
Good ball movement. Towns fakes a 3, finds Brunson, extra pass. Shamet off the bounce inside. Layup blocked by Wemby. What a recovery from Victor Wembanyama, his 3rd block of the game. Fox gets inside. Wemby tries a 3-pointer. Can't get it to fall. Harper the rebound. Inside Wembanyama, left-handed, won't go. Anunoby, quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson drives, goes right at Castle, and draws the foul.
This play was way too casual. Landry Shamet got the angle on him, but you got to use the rim. You got to go to the other side. Wemby still might get it, but you just put it in front of the rim. You got to get over there and you put it on the glass on the other side as quickly as possible. Anything above that cylinder, Wemby's going to catch up and recover and get it.
They want their team to come back for game 5. They pack the Frost Bank Center. Brunson hits the free throw. Coming up after the conclusion of game 3 of the finals. Flip over to ESPN Inside the NBA. Presented by Lilly, live from New York. Ernie, Kenny, Charles, Shaq, and Draymond Green are right here at Madison Square Garden. 3:40 remaining, fourth quarter. Spurs with a 7-point lead.
New York, let's get loud.
Stand up, New York. Someone to hear you, get loud.
Game 3, Knicks up 2-0. Spurs desperately need a win and avoid falling behind 3-0. Back and forth they went. But San Antonio with another answer. They've been challenged time and time again in these playoffs. They're right now a 7-point lead with 3:40 remaining. And another free throw now for Brunson. And some worried, anxious Knicks fans throughout the boroughs of New York City. Brunson, 26 points.
Important here for San Antonio, how they operate their offense. They've got to continue to put pressure on the rim with Victor Wembanyama on ball screens. And the most important thing now, they've been in this position before. Ball security is everything. You've got to make sure you don't turn it over. You get shots every trip.
Again, as you said, just 7 turnovers for San Antonio. Castle Finds Fox. Fox on the drive. Leans in. Well defended by Anunoby. Falls down. Ball knocked loose. Still loose out of bounds. You can fall down. That's not a travel.
Well, De'Aaron Fox turned down a wide open three. He thought he was going to be able to get an angle for the drive. Disastrous possession for the Spurs. Just said it. You can't have turnovers when you're trying to close out a game on the road.
Brunson to Bridges. Bridges to Towns. Quick three-pointers up. In and out. Rebound Harper. Knicks now here in the fourth quarter. 0 for 9 from 3. Castle looking. Drives. Kicks it out. Vassell wide open three-pointer. Fakes the three. Drives inside. Sidestep. Right-handed shot blocked. Castle got a piece of it. Knocked out of bounds. Towns blocked by Fox. And it's Nick Ball with 4.7 remaining. Just smothering defense from San Antonio.
Starts with the hard closeout by Wemby to force Brunson off that three-point line, and then you just get everybody flooding to the lane when you get your guards to come down and help protect the rim. What a help. De'Aaron Fox, finally the last line.
Brunson looks inside Towns. Towns has it blocked. Once again, knocked out of bounds. He wanted a foul. 3.2 now to shoot. This is just incredible defense, although the crowd just saw a replay on the big screen.
No challenge for the Knicks to take a look.
Bridges back to Brunson. He's got to put it up. Shot clock winding down. Shot is up. Shot is good. Clutch shot, and it's a 4-point game with 2:20 remaining. Castle walks it up slowly.
The Spurs have struggled in the final 2-3 minutes of games to get buckets. Where do they go for their offense now?
Wemby and Towns really pushing and shoving each other. Wembanyama comes out. Shot clock at 4. Now the dribble. Shot clock winding down. Castle has to put it up. Bang! Stephon Castle from three-point range. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Man, what a bailout. That possession was going nowhere. The Knicks had them forced to the perimeter.
Bridges lost the handle, gets it back. Into the hands of Brunson. Fox picks him up. 5 on the 24. In the corner to Bridges. Fires away. Shot won't go. Harper with a rebound. His 9th rebound.